Hi guys, Jared here with Day Traders FX. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. We've had some interesting stuff starting off this week. A couple of good things to talk about. First of all, you can see that the Dow did not love, U.S. markets in general did not love today. We saw the Dow's down almost 90 points, S&P's down, oil's down, gold's down, and all the currencies are down, and the dollar is up. So nice, a nice rally for the U.S. dollar today. Um, as far as news goes, we've seen several items today. The revised GDP, which came out as expected for the UK. We had durable goods, which came out quite a bit better than expected, looking for a negative 0.6, and we got positive 1.5. And then we had consumer confidence that was also better than expected. Yet the market still did not react super positively to that. So there's bigger things in play here that is dragging everything down. We have new home sales tomorrow. We have some Swiss franc news, Australia and New Zealand news tomorrow as well. So it should just be a pretty good day. There should be some good activity, some good movement, and some nice trades to be taken here. So we'll be looking for that. But let's talk a little bit about this euro dollar. As you guys remember, yesterday I talked specifically and I posted notes about this in the chat, and I did a whole bunch of stuff about how I'm looking for the euro dollar. I'm looking for a short on the euro dollar right around 130.50 to maybe even 130.75, and we didn't get there. So we kind of had this double top here, and the euro dollar just kind of failed off this area. And keep in mind, this is 130 right here. So we had a nice kind of little double top, a couple of attempts to get above, and just really unable to. And here we are all the way down in the low 129s now, bouncing off the weekly pivot and kind of hopping around this area. Now we're going to come back to the 1 hour chart in just a moment here, but you can see that we're developing a very nice reversal candle here on the daily chart, and this is telling us that more likely than not, this pair is probably ready to start coming back down again. 130 is always a big psychological strong level, something that we have to keep an eye on. So as we kind of bounced off that level and started making our way back down, just off this level initially, it makes me wonder if we're going to be able to make it up to that 130.50, and I'm starting to doubt that we will be able to. So above 130, yes, I think if we can get an open above 130, I think we've got 130.50 and 130.75 in targets for sure. However, until we get above that, there's definitely going to be a bearish potential. Now, the other thing that we have to look at here is some price action, and depending on how things go in these lower areas, there may be some opportunities to pick up a bounce just below 12900. Remember, we've got our 200-day moving average here, which is around 128.75, and so this whole area between 128.75 and about 128.90 might be an area to start looking for some short-term longs to trade it back up to 130 and beyond. So definite support here around 128. Let's call it 128.80. We've got some good support around 128.80, and we've got some major resistance around 130 here. So the two things that I'm looking for is if we get a little bit of a rally closer, into about the 129. Here we're sitting at about 129.40 almost. If we can get a rally into about 129.65.70, I will trade against this low or against this high right here. I'll be looking to short against 130. If we get a little bit of a dip, I will be looking to buy against about 128, against about 128.50, but I'll be looking for entries, around 128.70, 80, right in that general area. One thing to keep in mind on this euro dollar, though, is we do have a couple of things that may start to kind of drag the market down and get it down in these lower areas, and that is excuse me, we have a missed daily pivot back here on Thursday of last week, which is only a couple of days back. And remember, the market has a huge tendency to run back to these missed pivots, and this one is at 12800. So being at 12800, that's a great target for the euro to be aiming for in this next movement here. So again, that's why if we get too much below 12900, I'll be buying maybe 128.75, and I'm going to be keeping stops pretty tight because we could be headed into that 12800 where that missed pivot happened. Otherwise, a little bit of a rally, 20 to 25 pips higher, and I'll be trading short against 130. So that's what I'm going to be looking for there. One quick thing to bring up about the pound dollar: consolidated sideways, so on and so forth, but we've got a nice little bit of resistance we can see here, which is at 160.50. Now, if we look at the daily chart, also a nice reversal candle, and we're going to get a new daily candle here in just a couple of moments, and this will confirm that this thing is probably ready for that reversal. We're at the top of this short-term channel, a lot of good things in play here, and a crucial level, 160.50. So I think that this pound dollar may be also very ready to reverse and start heading back down as well. You can see that on the pound dollar, it's debatable if we have a missed weekly pivot or not. I don't know. It got pretty darn close, and so I don't know if we're going to be able to split the hairs on that one. We do have a missed daily pivot, though, back here at 158. It's about 158.70, 75, right in that area. And that could really be a good thing to start pulling this pound dollar down and getting it into that lower area as well. So just something to keep an eye on. Trading against, shorting against 160.50 is my ideal situation on the pound dollar right now. Euro yen, same thing, double top up here around 107.15. Nice reversal candle right here. A little bit of retracement, and trading against this high is what I like. So I like trading with stops above 107.15. You can see that that's nearly 100 pips away now. Getting those stops up there is going to put us at 90 to 100 pips. So I'd like to see a little bit of a rally, more up towards around 106.75, give or take, and then let's get some stops up there above that, and let's see if we can trade this down through some of these lows. But I think this euro yen's ready to reverse as well. As far as buying on the dips, I don't know that I'm going to do too much of that just yet. I'm going to be looking to more sell on the rally on this euro yen. We have a missed daily pivot from Thursday as well, which is at 105.30. A nice little 100 pips away from current market price. That's one thing. And we have a totally missed weekly pivot at 103.00 from last week, and obviously that's a long ways away, over 300 pips. And so these are all things that are going to be dragging this euro yen down, so let's keep an eye on that. Last but not least here, Aussie dollar. I talked about this yesterday and shorting around 105.00, or excuse me, 105.50, shorting around 105.50, but you can see that this is totally stalled out at 105.00 and given us a reversal candle, which is fantastic and excellent. So I am very bearish on the Aussie dollar. It's only about 50 pips below this level. So I'm looking to get this up just a little bit higher, up towards the 104.65.70 area, with stops, above 105.00, and let's short this thing down into some of these nice little lower levels here as well. So of about 104.00 and potentially beyond. So shorting against 105.00 on the Aussie dollar looks great. Gold's coming down as well. Aussie yen and a lot of these yen pairs are kind of doing the same thing. They've gotten choppy and they're giving us some little soft reversal candles on the daily charts. But between the euro dollar, pound dollar, euro yen, Aussie dollar, we have great reversal patterns really on all of them on the daily charts, which is more important than some of these reversal patterns we'll see on the 4-hour or the 1-hour. So these are all daily chart reversal patterns, which in my book is fantastic. These are going to be some great opportunities. So best of luck, guys. I'll have more details coming out on Twitter. You can follow me there, and I will see you all in the chat. Thanks, everyone.